Hello, everyone. Thanks so much for logging on to CBSDenver.com, hanging out with Ceal Berry. She was our guest tonight on Xfinity Monday Live. Obviously, the big news going into the Women's Basketball Hall of Fame as part of the class of 2018. We talked about this on the show, but take me back to that moment when you got the call and what happened, what you thought when you found out you were going into the Hall of Fame.
Well, I was standing, as I said before, I was standing in my office and the phone rings. Who's this? You know, sales call. Anyway, I was really excited. And honestly, I reflected on it for a while before I called my sister's friends. You know, I waited. I really wanted to think about it because, you know, it was my life. Coaching was my life. And it's a major commitment to be a college basketball coach.
427 wins in 22 years up in Boulder. I think obviously a well-deserved honor. Do you have any clue as to what that moment will be like when you're there in Knoxville this summer getting ready for the induction ceremony?
Well, my family is huge. I have 7 brothers and sisters and 16 nieces and nephews. They're all coming. I know I'll at least have 40 people. And my brothers are kind of rowdy. So my guess is they're going to make a lot of noise because I'm going to be going up against Shamiqua Holsclaw and Mickey DeMoss, who are Tennessee Volunteers, and it's right there in Knoxville. So I'm sure the Berry family is going to want to make sure that I'm represented. It's going to be a lot of fun.
It's going to be a great weekend right there on the Tennessee River there in Knoxville. Let's talk about CU. And obviously you're still a part of the athletic program up there. What are your thoughts on what's going on in Boulder these days and the things that you guys are accomplishing within that athletic department?
Well, first of all, Rick George is the athletic director, as everybody knows. He is such a tremendous leader. We needed new facilities, and it's hard for me to believe he's been here 4.5 years. I've worked for 6 athletic directors, and Rick, in 4.5 years, has built so many facilities for our men and female athletes. And he's got a vision. We're on the 2nd phase of our strategic plan. He's got a vision, and he's a relentless and tireless fundraiser. So we're doing a lot of great things. I think the experience our women athletes, male athletes have is really second to none.
What Tad Boyle is doing with the men's program and what J.R. Payne has done with the women's program in just her 2nd year, is it tough for you to watch from afar after spending so much time in their shoes?
It's tough for me to be an administrator. This year they finished out of the top 4, and unless we win the tournament in Vegas, won't go to the NCAA tournament. It hurts for a coach to not go to the NCAA tournament. It hurts recruiting. And so I want to be able to help them in any way I can. Yet, as a former coach, who wants a former coach, looking in your business? So it's a fine line, really. But we have 2 great coaches, J.R. Payne, Tad Boyle, so personable, and both of them want to make Colorado first and foremost their priority in recruiting.
Looking forward to seeing what happens with the men in their tournament coming up in Vegas, and hopefully in the near future we're talking about some NCAA tournament berths for both the men and the women. Ceal, thank you so much for coming on the show tonight. We really appreciate it. You were a great guest. Congratulations on the well-deserved induction into the 2018 Women's Basketball Hall of Fame. Ceal Berry, our guest tonight. That's going to do it for us. Thanks so much for logging on to CBSDenver.com.